Good afternoon, Bob Trade Genius here, the 24th of July. I'm going to show you a couple charts of SPY ES because I think it's really going to tell the story here for the next month. And I'm going to get macro on you in a second and talk probabilities. But from the daily view here, I went into the day with a put spread on a diagonal calendar, which I had 279 put for the end of the month. And I have a 278.50 sold put. I've been selling against Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Well, today in the push up, I went ahead and I closed that short leg, and now I'm sitting just with the 279 put going into the end of the month, and I'll roll that as necessary. So just knowing that is that whenever I see a green arrow on my system that's called a slingshot, and it's telling me that a reversal is in process. And this is something that we wrote that you can buy. I've been talking about it now. This is like 8 days in a row we've had these slingshots firing up. And again, Judah took this slingshot. I always look for 5 to 10 points, and it didn't disappoint. And it took us right up to an area that I'm going to show you where you could expect a reversal from. So I always, as a rule of thumb, look to short 10 to 13 points above the slingshot, and I took us to 228.29 area where we put on a short and told people to go ahead and sell binary against that, and that trade worked out really well. We quickly took profits on the plunge and the initiation of the second slingshot. This slingshot was closer to VWAP, and it went up above VWAP, but it came right back down. So we're out of the trade. His trade technically had 3 points in it. So, but the trade was profitable if you took it, but you don't screw around with it. If it comes back below VWAP again, then there's no lift really to expect. And so the next thing that we do is we wait for Europe to close, and at 9:30 we put on our second short, because typically the high is made of late in the morning hours while both markets are open. And so whenever they push up like this, it's you make money shorting after Europe closes, and that's indeed what we did. And so there was 3 really nice trades for us today. Took us down to the neutral line, which is my purple line. And I mentioned in the room that there was a third trade. It would have been this trade long, but I stayed away from it. I just figured we had a good day, and you just didn't know if this thing was just going to roll over into oblivion, even though the statistics and the probabilities say that it would probably go back to VWAP, which it did, and touched it on the close. And now this is after hours stuff. Now I want to give you a second look at this, and this is more of a macro look. We go on to my telecharts program, and this is a daily, okay? And you notice the market's been pushing up, pushing up, pushing up, and then we had this gap up, and now we have a spinning top. And this is a topping pattern. And here's the thing that really should catch your eye. Buying and selling pressure have been diverging from price for the past, I don't know, 7-8 trading days. In addition to that, this phenomenon here, it created a situation where I'm looking at the graph right now, 31 other instances where you had a market move that was primarily the gap up and into European trading, and that was the highs and done. And knowing that 31 times that happened in the past, and the next 20 trading days you've had an average drawdown of 3.7%, max was 11.37%, and the median was 3.22%. So these are nice sell-offs, and it ties in really nicely to what's going on geopolitically and domestically politically. And so that's why I've been banging the table for everybody. Look, get light, get lean. No sense of carrying a big portfolio here and trying to grab 1 or 2 points here and there, and get ready for August to be pretty bumpy, if you will. And so I'm staying with the SPY puts. I have a couple miners, and I took a shot or two at had some other stocks, but I'm going to be quick to take loss of those if they happen. And pretty much I just have 4 stocks really. So I'm long AG, I'm long GG, I'm long Diamond Offshore, and I have one high beta, which is IQ. But they also suffered today too. Netflix had a bad day, and I think them and Roku went down in sympathy with them. So just bear that in mind. And one of the things I want to show you too, if you'd like to, if you're a chart monkey like I am, is that here's the TradingView look on a channel. And I like all 3 of these because they just give me some different looks that I like. And this broke the channel. And I trade binary, I trade cryptos this way. I love the channels. And it broke through the channel. So it gave me, and it came back in. And that gave me additional confidence that that it was a good time to put on some shorts for the day. It tried to run up at the halfway point. It failed. And now I'm watching. It needs to break 278.50 for it to really sell off. But I think everything's stacked in my favor for the market to fall. And that's the way I'm going to lean. I will day trade long as I need to. But in other than that, I'm not going to be a hero here. Because last time this happened was 2015 in August when China was devaluing. We had a bumpy ride. And then we went into the end of the year and it was a disaster. So we could be in for a pretty rough ride here for the next couple of months. And if you look at the FANGs, I mean, my gosh, it's just what's happening is borderline criminal. The money that people are going to lose that they think they have with these moves will evaporate in days. And you know, people they're stuck in these passive funds, and people need to take profit. They need to put some cash aside and get ready for a rainy day, because this virtuous cycle is going to definitely get vicious. And then people are just going to be looking around, calling their broker, and they're going to start a panic cascade. So anyway, if you want to get our software, tradelikeagenius.com. It's $300 for that signal, and $29.50 a month then for a year in the trading room. And it's absolutely a bargain. I just showed you guys last 7 out of 7 days trade set up. You make a daily nut. That's like $100,000 a year path if you just take that signal every time it shows up, and it shows up quite a bit. And especially if the market starts getting really volatile, we'll get a lot of those trades. And volatility is a friend to traders if you have the tools to help you make money. So come join us. Specials are running right now. Summer special number 2 is the one that I have, and I think Phil has something going on special number 1, and I think you should join us and make some money with us. Have a great day. Bye bye.